Welcome to County Report this week. I'm Lorna Virgili. Thank you for joining us. It was a heated town hall meeting at Rosa Parks Middle School in Olney. Executive Ike Leggett hosted the forum, giving an opportunity to county residents to voice their opinion. On this particular town hall meeting, several police officers, police union leaders gathered to express their concerns regarding Question B on the ballot.
My name is Patrick McNerney. I'm from Rockville. I've been a county resident for 28 years. I'm also a county policeman. We rely on loyalty. I need to believe the people I'm working with and know that somebody has my back. Why are you and the county council at war with the police and actually not helping us, but you're hurting us? The working patrolman, the working detective who comes out in the middle of the night to solve a problem, whatever it is, we're being tread on. And
you need to be a little bit more specific about how someone is trampling on you.
How you trample on us?
Yeah, how?
You're attacking our wages. You're attacking our health care. Soon to be, hopefully, a retirement that I might get. You're coming after that. There's nothing left. There's no incentive for somebody to come here and work and take my place. And I've worked hard. I put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into this place, and I hate seeing where it's going. Okay. It's not fair, and it's not fair to the young guys who are here who are trying to raise a family.
All right, let me respond to your question. We've not had the money. So it has not been fair to the taxpayers to pay for something that they can't afford. Well, there are a lot of other taxpayers, and it's not been fair for people who cannot afford to pay things in order to provide a raise when they're losing their homes. And so we simply have not had the money to do all of those things. So in order to provide you with a raise, it would have meant that we would have to increase taxes over and above what we've had thus far. In order to provide the wages that our union sought in the last round, it would have meant, for example, letting off approximately 600 people in county government, in addition to the 1,200 I just described. In addition to that, increase in taxes to the property owners here substantially. We simply cannot afford that. We have been in the midst of a major recession in this country. And despite everything that you've just stated, Montgomery County has probably come out of this better and weathered through that better than most other jurisdictions. So this is not a problem of someone attacking you. It is a realization of the problem that we face.
This week, the Council's Education and Government Operations Committees sat down with members of the Board of Education and Superintendent Joshua Starr to discuss future fiscal planning. And as Susan Kennedy tells us, Council members are focused on preserving fiscal stability. Susan?
Lorna, this week's meeting was a follow-up to the release of the report from the Office of Legislative Oversight on fiscal planning and the new Maintenance of Effort law and how these changes will affect future budgets. Earlier this year, the Maryland General Assembly changed the Maintenance of Effort law. Under the amended provision, a decision to exceed MOE in 1 year would permanently increase the county's annual contribution to MCPS.
Councilmember Rice.
Councilmember Craig Rice told members of the board and the superintendent he thinks this new law drives a wedge between local governments and their school systems.
The reality is what this law does is combat those very missions against the very services that provide for our children that are at risk, low income, that have homes where they have a single parent or no parent at all, fighting for the little resources that are there.
As part of this year's operating budget, the schools had sufficient resources at the Maintenance of Effort funding level to give employee raises. These raises will increase FY14 costs by an additional $18 million. However, Superintendent Joshua Starr defended that decision.
So the choices that we brought forward to the board, which included, of course, the compensation package, right? While they may not have been the exact choice that I or Mr. Bowers may have recommended or the exact choice that each Board of Ed member may have made, they rest on 12, 13, 15 years of history and collaboration, right, that has not only led to very, very fine fiscal management by Mr. Bowers and his team, but also excellent results.
The Board of Education made decisions last year on not reducing class size, on making significant cuts to their teachers and support staff personnel, and then at the same time giving 2 raises in 1 year, one begins to question why were certain decisions made. Okay, well, the lights were quiet till you just said that. So now
The 2-hour session got heated at times.
Hey, it's all good.
But in the end, council members agree all of these decisions have created a new funding dilemma.
What the council is charged with doing as the elected leaders who write the check to the school system, what we were trying to say in that session is, listen, we have 1 million residents in Montgomery County that are relying on us to make decisions on behalf of everyone. All the Board of Education has to worry about is the school system.
In Rockville, I'm Susan Kennedy for County Report This Week.
Council President Roger Berliner wants the Transportation and Environment Committee to explore the topic of Utility 2.0, a program that would transform the nation's power system into one that meets the needs for reliable, efficient, and clean electricity service. He told us how he envisions this working in Montgomery County.
What that fundamentally means is less dependence on a centralized system, a more decentralized system, a cleaner system, a more reliable system. And other communities are showing this, and microgrids are at the heart of it. And it's a local grid that basically insulates you from the failings of the PEPCO system and does it with green power. And other communities are doing this and showcasing how it can be done in a way that shows increased reliability.
With a brand new state-of-the-art and statewide expansion of information, Maryland law enforcement agencies are going to crack down on the illegal use of disability parking placards. Executive Leggett, along with Police Chief Tom Manger and MVA officials, announced changes on the Maryland Motor Vehicle Administration's vehicle registration database. And now, law enforcement agencies will have better access to knowing if the disability placard on a vehicle really belongs to that vehicle. Authorities hope that persons who violate disability parking laws will be caught and fined, and that disabled parking placards would only be used by those who need them.
Police officers can now simply walk up to an automobile, take the registration information on the placard, run it through a computer, and see whether it is up to date and to whom it belongs. Unlike license plates, which travel with the car, the placards travel with the individuals. And therefore, the bottom line is that we would have a greater level of compliance with those individuals.
The Board of Elections is encouraging residents to vote early to avoid lines on Election Day. There are over 660,000 registered voters in Montgomery County, and turnout is expected to be great on November 6th. My MC Media's Sonia Burke tells us how you can cast your vote before Election Day.
I'm at the Board of Elections headquarters in Gaithersburg, where officials want to know, are you planning to vote early?
We're encouraging everyone to get out and vote early to avoid potential lines on Election Day.
And would urge all people to vote early.
Voters can cast their ballot at 5 early voting centers around the county from October 27th through November 1st. The centers are open from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m., except on Sunday, when the hours are 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. So what's the difference between early voting and casting an absentee ballot?
Early voting is actually on the same touchscreen machines that you would vote on in the polling place. It just gives you more convenience for a different time to go vote in a different location. Absentee voting can be done now, and it's done on a paper ballot, which is canvassed or counted after the election in the 2 weeks following the election, and that's according to Maryland state law.
In fact, the Board of Elections office has already seen a steady stream of voters casting absentee ballots.
I will be out of the country on the week of the election, on the 6th.
And was it important to you to vote?
Absolutely. The most important thing. That's why I came all the way over here.
According to the Elections Office, there are over 660,000 registered voters in Montgomery County, and turnout is expected to be great on Election Day.
Generally, we see anywhere from 60 to 80% turnout, and I would certainly expect closer to the high end on that. Obviously, it's a presidential election, so that always brings out a lot of interest. But we also, as you know, have a lot of questions on the ballot.
For that reason, officials are reminding voters to review the sample ballot in advance and be prepared to vote.
We actually did a test here at the Board of Elections, and if you walk up to a voting machine with your sample ballot all marked up, you can be in and away from the machine in 55 seconds. So the length of the ballot is significant, but it can still be voted efficiently if you're prepared when you get to the polling place.
For more information about early voting and Election Day, visit the Board of Elections website. For County Report this week in Gaithersburg, I'm Sonia Burke reporting.
When we come back, another community in our county has been named bicycle friendly. We'll tell you which one.
I'm Rockville 11's Bridget Breuer, standing outside the brand new Rockville City Police Department. We'll tell you all about the dedication when County Report this week continues.
Save time on Election Day. Vote between October 27th and November 1st at one of 5 early voting centers in Montgomery County. Hours are 10 to 8, except Sunday when hours are noon to 6. Early voting centers are located at Bauer Drive Recreation Center, Germantown Recreation Center, Praisner Recreation Center, Executive Office Building, and Silver Spring Civic Building. Visit 777vote.org during the early voting period for wait time information. You choose the location and date. Remember, your time, your voice, your vote.
Welcome back to County Report this week. I'm Lorna Virgili. The Rockville City Police now have a brand new headquarters located at the corner of North Washington and West Montgomery. Our Rockville's 11 Bridget Breuer has been following the process of this project for a couple of years, and there was recently a dedication ceremony for this very impressive project. We find out more from Bridget.
That's right, the Rockville City Police Department now have a brand new home, and today they made it official.
1, 2.
The ribbon was cut, the plaque unveiled, and now Rockville has a brand new state-of-the-art police station located right in the heart of downtown. First envisioned in 2005, the headquarters was a special venture because it combined the historic old post office with the addition of a new 14,000 square foot annex building in an urban setting. It's a project Rockville's mayor and council are proud to say is complete.
We've merged the two. I think that's marvelous to bring the old and the new together and have something spectacular for the city. So we've got a police department now that not only is the finest as far as our personnel, but they have the best equipment and the best location to work.
They have for so long been waiting for and working under some very difficult conditions, waiting for a facility like this that they badly deserve.
It's great to bring our officers out of the basement and into the community where they do so much good work, right in the middle of our town center, and very visible and being able to be right on it, so it's great.
The $8.9 million project will accommodate the current department while allowing for 10% growth.
It costs a lot, but it's worth a lot, and it's a great facility.
You got to remember the federal government just gave us the site, so that was free. Federal government, state government chipped in together for about $500,000. The city provided the rest through a bond bill, and you know, that's how it got financed.
We wanted to point out that there's significance to the color green that's seen in the beacon out front of the post office and the green lettering of the annex sign. Police Chief Terry Treshik explains.
Police officers had a green lantern or a green sign outside the building to show that that's where the night watchman was, that's where the vigilance was, and it also became your island of safety.
And now the new police station is a centrally located island of safety for the city of Rockville.
We have a terrific police department. One of the main reasons the city government exists is to provide excellent police service above and beyond what Montgomery County already provides us. So it's absolutely one of the most important things that the city government does, and this beautiful new building, this beautiful new home for the department really reflects that.
To learn more about the new station, visit rockvillemd.gov/police.
As we reported last week, Rockville has been named a bicycle-friendly community by the League of American Bicyclists. Now, the community of Bethesda has been added to this list as well. Bethesda has earned a bronze status on the prestigious list of the country's most bicycle-friendly places.
It's a good thing for the town. It's the direction that we want our county to move in, and certainly that Bethesda's been recognized. This is a wonderful thing. We need to keep moving, though. We need to have more bike share. We need to have more bike paths. We need to make it easier for our people to ride bikes and enjoy good, healthy exercise and less pollution and less congestion. That's a winner.
When we come back, Latinas coaching Latinas in business, a strategy to pump the economy. We'll tell you how. And we take you to the Executives Awards in the Arts celebrations. Stay tuned.
Are you sure they can recycle us, Clamshell?
Hey, Dome, we're on a new recycling postcard.
I can't wait to make a new start. Maybe I'll be a red carpet at a big premiere.
And I'll get to paint the White House.
Shh, here he comes.
Now you can recycle more plastics in Montgomery County, including #1 PET plastics such as clamshells, deli containers, trays, lids, domes, and cups.
We're in!
For more information on recycling, contact the Montgomery County, Maryland Division of Solid Waste Services at 311. The wait is over. Recycle more plastics today.
Welcome back to County Report this week. I'm Lorna Virgili. Latinas play an important role in the economy as entrepreneurs. 4 in 10 minority women-owned businesses are owned by Latinas. To make sure that they have access to credit and opportunities, Montgomery College hosted a conference to empower Hispanic women entrepreneurs. Danielle Steksky has the details.
Aida Villatoro left El Salvador in 1985. Today, she's a successful businesswoman who owns a Latin American cuisine restaurant in Silver Spring. She employs 12 people in her restaurant business and says entrepreneurship runs in her family.
Ever since I came to this country, I have worked in restaurants, and I'm just following my oldest brother's footsteps. He owns several restaurants, and I saw his success, and I thought to myself, I can do this.
And Aida Villatoro brought just that kind of urge to be successful from El Salvador over to the United States. Small businesses represent 64% of all jobs in America, and Hispanic-owned small businesses are the fastest-growing segment of our society. According to the most recent survey of business owners, nearly 800,000 Latinas now run their own businesses and control 39% of the 1.4 million companies owned by minority women in the United States, which generate nearly $147 billion in sales. Montgomery College recently hosted a conference called Latinas Helping Latinas in Business, with the goal to empower Hispanic women entrepreneurs. Among the topics covered were accessing credit and resources in the county, state, and federal level, registering a new business, and marketing. Councilmember Nancy Navarro was one of the keynote speakers of the event. She says that Latino women are true entrepreneurs at heart.
Each of us can remember having an aunt or a grandmother or a sister who had some type of, small business back in our, countries of origin. Well, you really bring that over to the United States.
What's most important for Latinas starting off is to make sure they learn and understand as much as they can about the opportunities, assistance, and programs that are available to them once they make their business plan.
These types of events are critical in getting that information out, in networking, and in finding some type of synergy perhaps with other people who are here in order to promote and to expand your business.
Que como empresarias estamos creciendo.
We are growing as entrepreneurs twice as fast as other companies in the country. We can keep creating jobs, and it is very important that we get educated and trained.
And Councilmember Navarro knows full well how important being successful is to Latino entrepreneurs in the U.S.
Everybody comes here with a desire to make a contribution, to further their education, to open businesses, and to hire other people.
For County Report this week in Rockville, I'm Danielle Steksky.
MCPS and the county's Department of Recreation came together to celebrate the successes of their joint program, Excel Beyond the Bell. Here's a story.
Hereby proclaim Thursday, October 18th, 2012 as Lights On After School Day in Montgomery County.
With the reading of that proclamation, Superintendent Starr, Board of Education President Shirley Brandman, and other VIPs began a day of celebration and recognition of Excel Beyond the Bell. This program is a collaborative effort by county government agencies, nonprofits, and Montgomery County Public Schools to provide middle school students valuable and enriching experiences beyond the scheduled school day.
what it takes to engage students, what it takes to capture their imagination, that the things that happen after school reverberate when they walk back through the schoolhouse doors.
So the first goal we have is generating community.
The day started with representatives from schools, programs, and county agencies building upon the collaboration that started the program to discussing how to strengthen and grow the program.
Kids are only in school for about 6.5 hours a day. We need to continue to find ways to work with our community agencies to provide services for them all day long. That's what our families need, that's what our economy requires, and that's what our kids need.
The program is 4 days a week for an hour and 45 minutes. It provides a free meal and transportation home. Organizers have seen an increase in participation and hope to expand in future years.
There are some schools in some communities that already have a robust after-school model, but there are others that really would significantly benefit from this kind of program. And so we're interested in expanding this across the entire county.
Later in the day, officials continued the celebration at Roberto Clemente Middle School, where they toured and witnessed examples of various Excel Beyond the Bell programs in action.
It's structured, there's supervision, and they're continuing to learn outside of the instructional program, and they're having a good time.
For the kids, they know they're having fun and have an opportunity to try new things.
In the programs I'm in, I can learn how to paint, how to print. I can learn engineering, which is what I want to be when I'm older.
You can have other activities, you can meet new people. We get to be creative and we get to do all these fun projects and present them all.
There was not an empty seat in the House for the 11th annual Montgomery County Executives Awards ceremony for excellence in the arts and humanities at Montgomery College's Cultural Arts Center. It was an evening of paying tribute to some dedicated people who are making a big impact on our local arts scene.
There's a lot of love in Montgomery County for the arts and humanities. And tonight, in this room, we'll celebrate some of the people making a big difference on the local arts scene.
The 8 honorees honored tonight have made remarkable contributions to advance the arts and humanities in Montgomery County. They truly deserve our praise and admiration.
It was a packed crowd for the awards ceremony, which included live performances and grantee recognition. The first award of the night went to Gaithersburg City Council member Judd Ashman for launching the Gaithersburg Book Festival.
I'm a community guy, I'm a book guy, and it's been an amazing experience to be able to bring the two together and to be honored by my community after these 4 years. It feels like it's come full circle. It's just beautiful.
The president of the Silver Spring Town Center, Alan Bozer, received the volunteer award.
While I receive this award tonight, I receive it on behalf of the hundreds, no, thousands of volunteers who every day go out and make Montgomery County a better place to live and play.
Other award winners included Robert Doman for his work at the Olney Theater, Alan Stevens of the Puppet Company, and Claire Squadron of Project Youth Art Reach, who received the Education Award.
I do work inside correctional facilities, and it's not connected to schools particularly, but it's great to know that the county recognizes the value of working with all people.
Jennifer Bazell of Strathmore was honored with the Emerging Leader Award, while the final 2 awards of the evening celebrated a lifetime of excellence in the arts and humanities field.
My hope is that I've given the people of this county, our great county, enrichment, education, and entertainment.
Because what we really do for a living, all of us in this room, is we create goosebump moments.
For County Report this week, I'm Sonia Burke reporting.
When we come back, hundreds celebrated the county's cultural diversity at the World of Montgomery Festival. And we give you some useful Halloween safety tips. We'll be right back.
Did you know there are more than 10,000 county government phone numbers? But there's only one number you need to remember for non-emergency calls, 311. MC311 is Montgomery County government's online telephone information system. Need information? Have a problem or complaint? Trying to locate a county government facility? Call 311. The call center is open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. The website is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Welcome back to County Report this week. I'm Lorna Virgili. Hundreds attended the World of Montgomery Festival in Wheaton. Festival activities showcased the rich cultural heritage of Montgomery County. With food, music, dance, and visual art, the county's diversity was in display for all who attended. This year, there were 4 international village exhibition tents featuring China, El Salvador, Ethiopia, and India. Food vendors and community chefs from around the world offered the opportunity to sample a portion of the culinary diversity for which the county is known. And there were plenty of performances and activities for the children. And now, in our Pet of the Week segment, we go to Kathy Stanhope from the Humane Society. Kathy?
Hi, this is Kathy Stanhope with your Pet of the Week at the Montgomery County Humane Society. And this little darling here is a hamster. This is the first time I've done a hamster on the show. And he is just a handful. He's very, very lively. Actually, it's a she. Excuse me. This is Squash. She's a 4-month-old hamster, very friendly, does not bite at all, but just very active. She just wants to jump out of my hands. I'm having a little trouble holding her hair, but she's used to playing with her brothers and sisters in a cage. So we have quite a few hamsters here right now. So if you are looking for a hamster, and they make cute little pets, they're very easy to take care of and they don't take up much room. All they really need is a cage, some bedding, regular food and water, and of course they love that hamster wheel, so they're a lot of fun. You can feed them a little piece of carrot or a grape whenever you feel like it, plus their regular food, and they're really affectionate pets. So definitely come on down to the shelter and meet Squash and all of her brothers and sisters. And remember, on Saturday, November 3rd, we are sponsoring the Montgomery County Humane Society's Love Ball. It is a dance, it's a book banquet, it's lots and lots of fun. Tickets are available on our website at mchumane.org, and it is a fundraiser. It's the definitive fundraiser for the year. It is a dance that you can bring your dogs to, too. So if you have well-behaved dogs and you want to go to a really fun event, see our website for the Love Ball on Saturday, November 3rd. Now remember to come on down to the shelter and meet Squash and the rest of her friends. You can visit us at mchumane.org, or you can call us at 240-773-5967.
Let's head outdoors and take some tips from our friends at Brookside Gardens.
Oh, hi. I'm Phil Normandy, Plant Collections Manager here at Brookside Gardens in Wheaton, Maryland. Fall's here, and you know what that means. Nope, not trick-or-treaters, not Halloween, but leaf season. Don't you love leaf season? Today I want to talk to you about an easier solution to that onerous task. Don't rake your leaves. Grind them up. This means running over them with a lawnmower many, many, many times until they are chopped very fine. So here's the results of our own mowing of our own leaves here at Brookside Gardens. It's not neat and tidy perhaps, but these leaves have been run over by a lawnmower a couple of times and chopped, and by next spring they'll be totally invisible. This will nourish the turf, cutting down on the use of fertilizers, and it will mean you don't have to pick anything up, put it at the curb, have it picked up, and most of all, it cuts down on your labor. It does mean that you have to mow several times over the season to chop them up, but you will find that you won't even see these by spring. This is just one of the many green practices that we are implementing here at Brookside Gardens.
Halloween is around the corner, and safety is highly recommended by county authorities in order to make the celebration enjoyable. Here are some simple tips for fun and a safe season. Please make sure to purchase only those costumes labeled as flame resistant. Apply face paint directly to the face instead of using loose-fitting masks that may obstruct a child's vision. Provide children with lightweight flashlights. Supervise the pumpkin carving while using knives. Use flashlights to illuminate jack-o'-lanterns. Remember, children are 4 times more likely to be hit by a car on Halloween than any other night of the year. Remind them to stop at all street corners before crossing. Instruct your children never to enter a home or an apartment by themselves, and set a time for them to return home. And with that, we close this edition of County Report This Week. Remember to like us on Facebook and to join us at this time every week for a look at what's going on inside Montgomery County. I am Lorna Virgili. Thank you for watching.